Your office does not answer requests for information from my staff. Letters from members of this committee receive no response. Questions for the record from last September's hearing remain unanswered. As we convene today to discuss the WRDA Act of 2026, your office has issued implementation guidance for just 3 of over 180 provisions in the WRDA of 2024. This seems ridiculous. When Congress passes a law, the relevant agency must move swiftly to implement it, and 3 out of 180 does not seem to measure up. Most egregiously, in the 7 months since the Senate confirmed your nomination, we're seeing what I consider to be the worst politicization of the Corps of Engineers in modern times. Like many other federal agencies, the Corps' permitting process has been corrupted to stymie safe, affordable, renewable energy and to give advantage to the president's big fossil fuel donors. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's right. Wielding the permitting authority granted to the agency by Congress in this manner violates the law and contravenes the Corps' own regulations, which state that it is neither a proponent nor an opponent of any permit proposal. You announced an unprecedented pause on $11 billion in funding for Corps studies and projects in Rhode Island and 11 other states represented by Democrats in the Senate, including 6 other members of this committee, for the reason, according to Russell Vogt at OMB, that we are Democrats. This is not just an attack on the opposition party, but because of our geography, it's an attack on our nation's coasts as well. Annual funding for inland flood projects has long outpaced funding for coastal projects by 20 to 1, even 100 to 1. Instead of addressing this problem, the Corps has made things worse by pausing work on large-scale, non-structural flood risk projects, the vast majority of which protect coastal areas. With our coasts facing severe increases in flood risk from rising sea levels and worse ocean storms, it's just wrong for you to so disfavor coastal areas. A rumored administration proposal to fund inland waterway projects off the backs of coastal ports by significantly increasing the harbor maintenance tax and merging the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund with the Inland Waterways Trust Fund would actually worsen the Corps' reputation as the bureaucratic tributary of the Mississippi River with no regard for America's coasts. The U.S. economy relies on global trade, and that global trade comes through our coastal ports. Please, you should not be party to administration schemes that would jeopardize our country's long-term economic security just to harm coastal states as retribution for not bowing to the president's will. It's hard for me to imagine what your theory is, pursuing a bill that requires bipartisan support to pass while engaged in this kind of conduct. I know it comes from OMB, but somebody along the line has to say no. A hard, fast, and convincing course correction is required to get yourselves on track. Please remember that you lead the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, not the Donald J. Trump Corps of Engineers.